Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to stop in and say hello to everyone and wish everyone a great Thursday so far. And just wanted to talk and share some very valuable information to you, to anyone that's out there looking to get into a home and close before the year is out. I just want to talk to you on that note and then a couple other things that are very important as well. I am Lavoria. I'm with Signing Close. We're basically or in the city of Sanford. We're located at 613 East First Street in Sanford, Florida, right on the riverfront. And what we actually do is we have a mission at Sign and Close, and in our mission is basically that we believe that time is of the essence, and we believe in helping people in their mission wherever they have to go. Life, the liberty, and the pursuit of happiness has given us the right to receive more and expect more. And with that said, we believe in expanding the mind, the body, and the soul. When you believe in your dreams and your hopes through faith, the vision gives you the opportunity to believe that all things are possible. And with that said, that is our mission. We always believe in networking with other business men and women. We believe in helping, and we believe in making sure that if someone has a goal and a dream that they have set out there, I want to be a part of that team to help them accomplish that dream and vision that they have laid out for themselves. And with that said, I just want to kind of like focus as we get towards the end of the year, and I want to say welcome to fall. Some of you may have had some goals and dreams that you might have laid out for yourself in the beginning of the year. And I just want to say, hold off. Don't give up so soon. There's still time to basically accomplish that dream and that goal. With that said, I always just like to let you know that I always like to help the community in which I reside in. That if that's becoming a part of a team or being a team player, that's something that I like doing. But a couple things I want to do, if you can grab a pencil or a pen, or if you're on your cell phone, just jot these dates down because these dates are very valuable and they're very important to you. If you're looking to, we have 65 business days left for this year if you're trying to get into a home. That's way enough time to get you approved, find a home, and to close and move in and have your first housewarming before the year is out. So we got 65 business days. That does not include Saturday or Sunday or any holidays that we have left for the rest of this year. For those ones that are trying to get into their home before Thanksgiving, and I'm going to move up just a little bit. Some of you may try to get in there for the month of October, and you still have time with that. The day is just the 3rd, so you do have time to close out and move into your home before the month is out. If you're trying to get in there before Thanksgiving, you have exactly 38 days, 38 business days to get your loan closed and move in. So within that 38 days, that means that you got to find a lender, get pre-approved, find a home, and get all the necessary documents that they need in order to get your loan approved. If you're trying to do it for Christmas, you got 56 days. And these are business days. So you have to keep in mind now, even though, we have probably about 65 days left of business days, keep in mind that don't forget the holidays. So with that said, I want to kind of like jump into my talking points today, but I want to make sure that I throw those dates out there. I wanted to kind of talk about, I've been in the industry for quite some time now. And throughout my work industry, having to work with lenders and different elements and times in my life, I had the opportunity to serve as a loan processor with banks, been a junior underwriter, been a regular underwriter, been an escrow secretary at a title company and an escrow officer. Also had the opportunity to own and operate my own mortgage company on the wholesale side, where I have helped numerous families get into homes that didn't think that it was possible. So I woke up this morning and I say, what can I give today that can help someone else get into their home, other than my service that I have given out to so many throughout my years of being in the industry. But there were some things that I have not given out that I wanted to give out. And I want to share my story. My story is true. My story is real. And my story may help someone else that may have some roadblocks, running into some situations and they feel like they cannot get a house. In time past, I used to be afraid to tell my story because I was ashamed of some of the struggles that I had to go through. But I think God, through experience and through maturity, He has allowed me to share my past and my story with someone else. So the story that I want to share today is the time when I had to move out of my first home, forced through foreclosure. And it was a very tough time. Prior to that, I had lost my son. He passed away. And after that, times was kind of hard. You know how depression kind of set in with you sometimes. And, you know, when you're going through depression, it's kind of hard to see things clearly in a, good perspective. But to get to the point of having to move out of my house, I was forced to move out through foreclosure. And I had to move in with family member. Of course, you know how that is sometimes if you had to do it before, especially if the space that you're moving into is kind of small and you're moving into a smaller house and you're bringing a large number of individuals in. But I did have to move in with someone. And as a woman, you feel like your purpose is to make sure that your family is safe. As a woman, you feel like your purpose is to make sure that your family is okay. They're relaxed. They feel comfortable in their environment. The home is good. Everything is good. Family has no worry. From a woman's perspective, I do respect the man. I do know that the Bible says that the man is the head of the house. But it takes a great woman to run a house and to keep it running well, to keep the family in order and to make sure that the family is not worried about anything, that the family has a nice place and comfortable place to be. With that said, as moving into a family member home for 3 months, my kids have to share a bed together. And as a woman, you don't feel like you're doing your job because we're supposed to keep a house. And not only do we keep house, we keep the house together. And I remember on one Wednesday, I took a lunch break. I was working at the title company at the time, and I took a lunch break, and I'm like, I gotta find a house. And throughout my situation, being in foreclosure and all that stuff like that, I had to go to God, and I began to pray to God. And I said, Lord God, I know that you have another house out there for me. I know that you have a house, with my name on it, that you had already set aside and predestinated for me before I even got to this point. And that's how I began to pray. Sometimes you have to kind of like change your mindset. Even though you may be in a situation, but you have to change your mindset so that you can start seeing things from a different perspective and in a positive light. So during my lunch break, I got in my car and I went around. I drove around to some different subdivisions that I had rode before. But I didn't do those subdivisions because the property values of the homes, they were so high and I didn't want to have a huge high payment. But for some reason, I ended up going back into the subdivision. It was a gated community and I happened to turn on some streets and I saw a sign in the yard and it said, for sale by owner. And I'm like, oh, cool, this is great. For sale by owner, I can talk to the homeowner. This is my mindset. I'm thinking positive. And I began to jot the number down and everything. And when I got back to the office, I began to call the individual and I listened to her. She explained to me what they were selling the house for, and that they was trying to get rid of it quickly and everything. She told me the sales price and everything. So I listened, I let her finish. And then when she got through, I asked her, I said, are you open to doing a lease option? I said, because I'm looking for a house for me and my family. And so coincidentally, my daughter and her daughter went to the same school. And I had seen her before, but over the phone, I didn't know that I was talking to that person. So I brought up the option about doing a lease option to buy. And back in the days, we used to call them a lease purchase. And sometimes names changes throughout the time. Now they call them lease option to buy or rent to own, but they still fall under the same category. And I explained to her, I said, if you just give me an opportunity to do a lease purchase for 12 months, I said, I guarantee you that I will have a mortgage and I'll be closed before the 12 months is up. And she said, okay, well, let me talk to my husband and see if that's something that we may entertain. And I think it was probably like by maybe 24 hours or so when she got back with me and she went over everything. She said, well, we talked about it and it's something that we'll do. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, great. And, I was saving up some money because on the side, I was, doing mortgages and working with my mortgage company, saving money. So it was a great opportunity. And to kind of fast forward, I ended up doing the lease purchase. It was a great opportunity, nice 4-bedroom house, 2 bath, big size patio, a pool, everything. And we did it, signed the paperwork, and I tell you today that I worked very hard, diligently, because I gave her my word. I said I would have a mortgage and I would be closed before the 12 months was up. I worked hard to get a mortgage. Day and night, I was researching, finding lenders that can get me done because I knew my situation. And that's what I want to kind of share with my audience today, is because we all have different stories in our life. We all have some struggles. We all have roadblocks. We all have some things that we have gone through in life that kind of like put us in a position where we're not able to go down that path. And I just want to open up the avenue that there's a lot of different paths to go into when you're trying to acquire a home and you're trying to become an owner. And with that, I was able to get into a mortgage within 10 months of being there. I worked very hard, did a lot of research, reading and understanding the lender's guidelines, what they can and cannot do. This lender can do that. This lender won't do that. So I want to encourage someone out there today that may have run into some roadblocks and they may have applied for a loan but couldn't get it. They may have struggled because they had some bad, pace, on their credit report. They may have some repos. They may have had some foreclosure, some evictions. I want to encourage you today that there's still time. And I want to just encourage you today that if there's something out there for you, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on becoming a homeowner, because there's always another way and another opportunity that you can look at something. And I was able to get into that home, get a mortgage on it within 10 months. So I just want to talk to future homeowners, those ones that are trying to do it because that was a dream and a goal that they had the first of the year. It might have been a goal that you had last year, the year before that. I'm here to help you. I want to connect with you. I want to help you find the right lender. Sometimes we may come in contact with a lender that said that they can do something, but you don't know their guidelines. You don't know what product that they have to offer. There are thousands of lenders out there. You have the resale side and you have the wholesale side. And sometimes you may say, well, I don't have a whole lot of money down into something. I want to get into something, but I'm limited on cash. First of all, you got to kind of like stop, put a plan in place, and kind of see what you're working with. And when you know what you're working with, and you also have a clock that's running against you because time never stops, but you're trying to accomplish something that you've been working so hard for, I want to tell you that you can do it. It's just connecting with the right lender at the right time, at the right place. And sometimes realtors, they talk to you because they're familiar with certain lenders and they've worked with this lender before and this lender was able to do that. But everybody's story is different. No one has the same story. What a lender might have done for one person, he can't do it for another. And on the retail side, sometimes you're going to have lenders, they may want to kind of put you into an FHA loan. FHA loan has a checklist and they have a lot of steep requirements. You may be a veteran. You may want to say, well, I think I may want to use my VA. Find out the qualifications first. And that's what we do here at Sign and Close. We are a liaison. We help you. I have had the opportunity to network with a whole lot of partners now that I have the opportunity, and it's not just me as myself, but I work as a team with other partners that I have built a relationship with. And when you're looking for a home, make sure you lay all the options out. I tell people I write on my wall, and I do. Write on stickies at your home. Know all the different type of mortgages and programs that are out there. So with that said, you have your resale, you have your wholesale, you have your traditional, your non-traditional, you have your private lenders, you have the private sector, you have homeowners that will probably do owner's financing for someone that can't get a regular traditional mortgage. There's owners that are out there that may work for you. They have the rent-to-own programs, but be careful that you learn all the logistics of the rent-to-own programs, because sometimes if it doesn't fit into your plan, it can affect you later on down the line. And the best way to own a house is to own it outright. However, if you cannot own it outright, the next best opportunity is to do owner's financing. And owner's financing is basically where the owner has room enough and he has a margin where he can allow you to move into the home based off of the terms that he has laid out. But the home still go in your name. Now, keep in mind that with owner's financing that if you happen to default on the payment, the owner has a right to file foreclosure proceeding against you. Only thing the owner represents, he's like a private lender. And those are other avenues. Sometimes traditional financing doesn't work for some people. Some people may need to do non-traditional. Non-traditional fall under the sector of working with private lenders that do loans that banks won't do. Those are other good opportunities that you need to kind of like focus on. The moral of the story is I want to encourage everyone to get a home. And I'm on a quest right now. My quest is to get as many people or be a part of a team that we can get as many people into a home to close before the year is out. Home ownership is one of the best opportunities that you can get in. It comes with a lot of benefits to you, to your family. It comes with benefits where you're actually putting something on your credit that can give you the value and the points that you need when it comes down to the credit scoring system. So I want to talk to you about that. Secondly, I want to talk to about doing your due diligence as well when you are in the market for a home. And here at Sign and Close, we also have a title company, which is America's Title Corp. We basically are a full-fledged title company here, and we offer you the opportunity. So I want to talk to you about that too before you spend a whole lot of money into a home. Just from future customers and past experience, make sure that the home that you are looking into is free and clear. It's not in any legality things that can prevent you from not closing and you losing your money. There are some realtors out there and there's some individuals that they'll make you put down a non-refundable deposit. Before you do that, make sure you have that house checked. Do your due diligence on the house. Make sure that it's not in foreclosure. It doesn't have a sale date. They're not behind on it and now they're trying to sell it, and it may put you in a position where you're putting money down on something that you can't get back. Well, here at America's Title, we do what we call a lien search. And our lien searches run about $75. And sometimes we can negotiate. We may can get it down to $50. But a lien search is very valuable to the buyer, to someone that is buying a home. And this is why a lien search is very valuable. I would rather spend $75 than to put $1,000 or $2,000 deposit on a house, and in the contract somewhere it says non-refundable. That means you have just lost $2,000 that you can't get back. $75, $50 is not a big dent in your pocket. But when something becomes non-refundable, you want to make sure that you do your homework for that. And we do offer lien searches here. We'll check the property out for you. Make sure that there's no legality against the property that's going to stop you or prevent you from closing on it. So I wanted to kind of like talk about that and making sure that you understand the logistics of things. I'm not going to hold you too much longer, but I wanted to point that out to you. And I'm here to help. I want to be able to help someone with my story because everybody is different. So when you come down to what you're looking for, you know your situation and you know your story better than anyone. So sometimes you have to look at your story and look at all the positive things that are in it. Set the negative things to the side a little bit. Yes, you may have had an eviction, a couple years ago. You might have had a house before, but it's been some time now and you lost it. Kind of set the negative things to the side and kind of focus on the positive and see what you have going for you. When you can see what you have going for you positive, you can utilize that to work for you. And I just want to encourage you that keep dreaming, keep believing, and the home ownership opportunity is just around the corner. And my goal is to help you get into a home. My goal is to help you close. And if you do not have a title company and you're looking for one, we're located once again in the city of Sanford. I would love the opportunity to close for you. And not just close for you, I would love the opportunity to educate you. I have a lot of different stories that I can tell you, but I want to focus on getting as many individuals and families into homes. And as a woman, you know what it's like to make sure that your family is happy, to make sure your family have a nice place to lay their head, a nice place just to have a nice family dinner, have the space that you need so that you can feel comfortable and you don't feel stressed out. So with that said, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining in. If you have any questions, please call me 407-764-0564. Hope that you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking with you and working with you soon.